1. Pursuit of happiness. The greatest trap that most people fall into is the pursuit of happiness. Pursuit of happiness is considered to so important that it became part of the United States Declaration of Independence, viz. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Aristotle even said, "Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence." Yet happiness remains an illusion to those who are seeking it. However, it is freely available to those who don't even know the meaning of happiness. Osho said this wisely: "Nothing is special in being happy. Trees are happy. Birds are happy. Animals are happy. Children are happy. What is special in that? It is just the usual thing in existence. Existence is made of the stuff called happiness. Just look. Can't you see these trees? So happy. Can't you see the birds singing so happily? Happiness has nothing special in it. Happiness is a very ordinary thing. Most human beings are rarely happy because their mind is conditioned that happiness is not natural, but actually a result of something external like success, wealth, power, fame, love. Most people are unhappy because they never achieve these things in their life to their desire. They are still better because they at least know why they are unhappy. Unfortunately, even those who achieve their dreams are also unhappy with themselves. They are worse since they don't know why they are unhappy despite getting what they want. In the real world, presidents, prime ministers, billionaires, or celebrities are no happier than an ordinary person on average. Their life is often more miserable since they have nothing better to look up, and they can only go down from their top position. Oscar Wilde said this wisely: "There are only two tragedies in life. One is not getting what one wants, and the other is getting it." When you get into the trap of pursuing happiness by achieving something, you can never get out of it. When you don't find happiness in one achievement, you start seeking happiness in a different type of achievement. And this cycle continues till you become too old. Finally, you realize that happiness was always within you, but you never bothered to look within. 2. Debt. The joke is on you if you think that the number of credit cards equals how rich you are. The more you spend on your credit card, more is the more debt you incur. Do you really rejoice over the happiness of getting $10 cash back for spending a whopping $1,000? Sorry, it is your bank that actually has a good time. Your credit score should really be called a sucker score, because it's a number that exists for only one reason: to tell banks how much money they're going to be able to make off of you. The higher it is, the more of your money goes to them. That's not how they sell it, of course. They sell it as a metric for determining creditworthiness. But if you really break down what makes a credit score higher or lower, you'll see that they aren't being honest about what it actually is. For example, if you're the type of person who doesn't use credit all that much, but can make large purchases and pay them off in a matter of days or weeks, that should be an indicator that you're the most creditworthy person on the planet, right? Shouldn't the people who do that have the highest credit scores? Nope. You're actually penalized for that, and your credit score goes down. Banks hate you because you don't carry debt long enough for them to make anything off of you. Do you know who banks like? The people who take a long time to pay things off. That's why they tell you to carry a balance on your credit cards. To finance things you could easily pay cash for and take your time paying it off. To refinance your house and start the loan over for another 30 years instead of paying it down. And so on. And when you do these things, they reward you with a higher credit score, so you can keep borrowing more. Keep juggling as much as you can afford, and keep your money flowing to them. Break this cycle, live on what you make, and your credit score won't matter. 3. Social media addiction. The more you are drawn by what people portray themselves on social media, the deeper is the trap that you fall into. Your insecurities increase, and you are never at ease and happy with what you have in life. Social media are designed to suck up your time, your entire life, like a big black hole. There is no end to trolls and fake accounts with fake people claiming all sorts of fake stuff about themselves, products they use, etc. There's zero credibility in anything anyone claims. All social media apps are rife with not just liars, but scammers too. Pile on the bigots and cyberbullies that make them war zones of vitriol, invectives, insults, and wild-ass libels. The first casualty is the truth. There is none. Viral is a myth. Followers, likes, views, and even comments now are bought en masse from services that provide them by the tens and even hundreds of thousands. All it takes is money, but it doesn't come very cheap. Social media interaction has been described by neuroscientists as a syringe of dopamine being shot directly into the system. Addictive social media use will resemble any other substance use disorder in terms of mood modification, salience, tolerance, and withdrawal symptoms. Addicted individuals quickly revert back to their excessive social media usage after an abstinence period. The dopamine-inducing social contexts that social networking sites provide play a big role in the phenomenon of social media addiction. To keep users utilizing their goods as much as possible, social media sites like Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram induce the same brain circuitry that gambling and recreational drugs do. The steady flood of retweets, likes, and shares from these sites has been shown to alter the brain's reward center, triggering the same chemical reaction as other narcotics like cocaine. According to researchers, when a person publishes a photo and receives a good social response, the brain releases dopamine, which reinforces the activity and keeps the social media habit going. There is an irrefutable correlation between social media use, negative mental health, and low self-esteem. According to research, while social media sites have certain advantages, overusing them can cause people to become increasingly dissatisfied and lonely. These unpleasant emotional reactions are triggered by the social pressure of sharing things with others, as well as the comparison of material goods and lifestyles that these sites encourage. The issue is that we only see a small portion of people's lives on social media, a highlight reel. So, while their social media walls may make it appear that everyone except you is succeeding in life, the truth is that most of their lives are never posted online. Moderation, as with other things, is the key to keeping this aspect of our lives under control. 4. Lifestyle inflation. Imagine that your previous salary was $60K. You lived in an apartment that was sufficient for your needs. Now you get promoted to a higher salary bracket, say $80K. You get a car, new TV, expensive furniture, etc. You are not happy with the old washing machine that you had. It works really well, but no reason you want a substitute because it seems outdated for your new salary bracket. Lifestyle inflation is an addiction. People work 18 hours a day to pay rent for an apartment in which they stay for hours. This pretty much sums up the biggest trap in our lives. We work and work, forgetting things we really want to do, things which we are passionate about. The most damaging thing to an adventurous soul is a secure future, so why not take a little time out of our busy, monotonous lives to do something we enjoy doing? We need more shit that we actually don't. Living in a consumerist economy, we are constantly consuming, and factories are constantly producing. Actually, everyone can live on their bare minimum, without so much stuff going around. But we just pay, and buy, causing more wastes. Buying makes us happy. Do you really need that 60% off luxury brand? No, you don't. Do you really need phone cases that can stack 1 meter high? No, you don't. Do you really need to buy everything physical? No, you don't. You don't really need this stuff. You just feel happy having them around, but never really use them whatsoever. I mean, I have the same problem. I buy a lot of video games and I never really play them. 100% a waste of money, and I'm just happy buying them. You don't need that much stuff, and you can live pretty well.